Hey everyone! Hello! With all this gifting of subs and everything, I almost missed the intro again, and went for the intro a third time. Hello everyone! Welcome to... Ooh, thank you so much, KY Hawkeye, for the bits! Um, Hello everyone! Welcome to Wandering DM. I am Simon, the Wandering DM. Welcome to the channel. This is our first stream after PAX. For those of you that went, I hope you had a good time. For those of you that didn't go, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for the cheer. I hope you had a good time nonetheless. Tonight we're gonna all have a good time, except for some of our regulars who decided that they had a life.
What?
So, before we begin, however, before we go into the recap of what happened like 3 weeks ago, we are going to just talk a little bit about our sponsors here at Wandering DM. I just want to give a shout out to the fact that my camera was all crooked. I want to give a shout out to Magen Press. They are our sponsor. They sponsor every show that we do here. Thank you so much. They sponsor every show that we do here on Wandering DM. They are the creators of Dark Matter. Right now, their book, Dark Matter, the hardcover is on pre-order on their store at store.magenpress.com. And if you go there and use code Wandering DM, you get 15% off anything you purchase, including the Dark Matter handbook, which, by the way, I am waiting for my extra copy. But on the finale of this show, which should happen around the end of January, February 2020, spoilers, we will be giving away a hard copy of Dark Matter, which I would like it if the cast could all sign it. We'll see if it's possible, but that would be the gift, the after Christmas gift. Our other sponsor is Found Familiar, the coffee company. You can look them up. Down there in the panel, you can go at their store, foundfamiliar.com. You use code WanderingDM to get 10% off your purchases. They make excellent coffee, and they're about to make new brews. So some of the previous brews will disappear from the store. So if you're interested in some of them, don't wait. Buy them right away. By the way, you get free shipping in the United States if you order for $50 or more. I drink coffee every stream. You have seen me over the past 2 years, and I just can't wait for my Found Familiar order to arrive. And last is Dice Envy. I'm an affiliate with Dice Envy. They make fabulous math shiny click clacks. If you are a dice goblin and you want to get your grubby hands on some shiny new dice, Dice Envy is the place to go. Check down there, down below, on all the panels for stuff. By the way, it's not shown here, but if you subscribe to this channel en masse, you will give the players free level ups. So every 12 subs, I give a level to all my players. I need to recalculate them real quick. Is everyone frozen?
No.
Wow, okay, everyone was just super still. I need to recalculate them real quick, so we might level up during break, but I'm just letting y'all know about it. So, without further ado, let us go back into Dark Matter. And I don't have Sirenscape up at the moment, so I'll just use what we used to use for music before.
Good job.
Can you make the noise with your mouth instead?
Brew, 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 brew.
This was a mistake, Ebor.
Brew, 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 spaceship sounds. Before we introduce our guest for the evening, what happened last... Oh my god! That is a lot of subs. That
It's
is...
a lot of levels.
Wow, that is a lot of levels. Thank you so much, Ronan
Wow.
Z, for all these subs. This is... I am going to lower the sound of the alert box because it's going to blare in our ears for a while. So, while this is all happening, Kebechet, would you want to do a recap of what happened last time, please?
Oh, sure, of course. I have diligent notes. Let's see. We had some minor issues with apparently the Ilithid fleet deciding that a giant proto version of one of their thingies that goes into your spawn that goes into your brain would actually be transferred into the void itself, and therefore begin using that as a means to transfer their fleet from beyond outside our galaxy into our galaxy, because they have some serious issues with our, well, not mine. I have a better god than that. With the that deity that resides in that giant ball of gas, the sun above, the Alden, whatever. But I took offense to the fact they were trying to kill my deity because the void is infinitely better, and we decided to fuck shit up. And then there was a lot of, I believe I count, lots of asteroid belts to slow things down, lots of shooting. And then, of course, our dear Doxy decided that, unfortunately, the coup de grace to kill this thing and end this portal that would allow this fleet of Ilithid to transport themselves beyond, the best option would be to create a small nuclear device. I believe it was a thermonuclear device, particularly.
Yeah.
And attach it to our fighter and remote pilot the fighter into the gaping maw of the protean
That
parasite.
creature. Yeah.
Yeah, the creature with tons of things, which was awkward. And blow it up from the inside, which means, unfortunately, we are short a Lola. We need to fix that. That needs to be fixed. We also have
always go and get the real Lola.
Yeah, well, there's that. We also apparently have picked up a passenger. One former Prince of Hell, Space Modeus, is wandering around. Well, I hope he's picked up clothing, because last time I saw him, he was just wandering around in a towel, and Tom Ellis in a towel is very attractive looking. It is not, however, very efficient for a spaceship in this time place. We then managed to exit the void and discover that we had lost a month and shit is fucked. Specifically, apparently, the Ilithid fleet that was here has seriously fucked shit up. I believe the elves are dealing with their issues, holding the line, basically. The Avara are not currently involved in any combats with the Ilithid per se, more internal issues dealing from the fact that, oh wait, all of them worship that giant ball of gas, and that giant ball of gas is no longer a god. The Lakshayans are holding their own against the orcs, who decided that this was a time period to begin invasions again. I firmly subscribe that they're just causing way too much chaos. The dwarves have probably been the most hard hit, and now we need to fix all of this, get rid of the Ilithid, put Eddard on the throne of Lakshay, deal with the political issues in Avara, say fuck the elves, I don't really care about them, deal with the fallout of the fall of the firm. Oh yes, and we've got a baby godling on this ship, but that is not my problem, that is the captain's problem. I don't think I've missed anything.
Why are we putting my ass on the throne again?
Oh, because we need you to be the figurehead, so that when we can use your authority to then commandeer the Lakshayan Gundams, and therefore have them help us fight the Ilithid. Mind you, we got you a present because we like you, Eddard.
Sure, I like where this was going before you said that, because I knew that one was the truth. Come on now.
But it was also, the particular present we purchased you was particularly to ensure that you ended up on the throne in the best possible manner. We have to go pick that up, by the way.
A show of force? Is that how I'm gonna get the throne?
And the decision for tonight's game anyway, is that now that you're back in the galaxy, the crew of the Scarlet Trust is heading to that abandoned mining facility on an asteroid belt to retrieve Eddard's birthday present, or present for no reason.
And I enacted my role as chief medical officer and locked down the portal so that neither the captain nor Doxy can play with it.
Wasn't that overridden?
No, I was just being polite, and then I used my full medical authority to declare the captain physically incompetent, and therefore he can't fuck shit up.
Sorry, there is backstage messages and plotting happening in real time. Um,
Hey, Walter, what's my level of security as compared to
as for your
Commission and
question
the
number
Captain?
1, CB, I will say it is up to you.
Got it.
So, before we go any further with the crew, I want to introduce our guest for tonight. The spotlight upon whom the spotlight will shine in a few moments. CB, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Who you
Yeah.
are and who you're playing tonight without giving away too much.
Great. I can try to do that. Hi, I am Critical Bard, also known as CB. I'm Critical Bard across all social media channels. Really excited to be here tonight. I've been asked to guest a while ago, so I'm happy that it's happening now. I will be playing Gideon. Gideon is an interesting figure that you will meet soon enough. They are a war mage, I can tell you that. And hopefully they're excited for what may or may not happen. That's all I can say without giving away details.
And Gideon, your craft lands on the asteroid field, the one that you've been searching for. As the camera shows your craft flying by, we can also see in the distance the Spamazon ship leave the area. You were only a few minutes behind. You notice on your radar the distinct form of the Lakshay frame you were looking for. It's, well, Edard, would you care to describe the Lakshayan, your present?
Well, that was a little bit unprompted. Let's see. So we are talking about 120 some feet robots, correct?
Yes.
Or more? Possibilities. Standard humanoid form, head, legs, arms. Pardon me. Yes, I'm not gonna go that way, unfortunately. On one side, a big, long shield. Think tower shield, easily. On the other side, in the arm, is a trident. But the little pointy ends are really short. Possibly laser weapon? Unknown as of yet. Inside of the frame itself, there's a plethora of hidden weapons ready to be unleashed.
And the around the head and on the shield are the markings of House Cade.
Thank you. I forgot my own name. That was perfect.
Yes, who are descendants actually of the original ruler of Lakshay. I want to say it's something like Son Wukong. I'm trying to find it.
Yes, that's exactly it.
It's literally Son Wukong, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
So
That part I remembered.
descendant of the original general who split from the human hegemony and founded Lakshay. It's unmistakably this frame. However, you notice also on your long-distance radar that things have started coming out of the asteroid, from the holes inside the asteroid, and have begun to gather around the frame. All of them register as inanimate objects, though you can see them move. But you are still at the moment too far away to notice what it is. What do you do?
So flip it and reverse it for a second.
Yeah.
I saw people leave. I saw something leave,
The Space Amazon ship leave, yeah.
which I'm assuming is them.
No. Space Amazon is the ones that were delivering the
Oh,
frame.
they delivered the frame there.
Amazon.
Spamazon. Got it. So I saw that leave. I see the frame. I see things coming towards the frame, but I don't see anything else. Because I'm assuming, if I'm remembering what we're talking about, I'm there because I know a certain person is going to also be there.
Yes.
Got it. So I would get closer then. One, to see what these things are. Two, to figure out what's the best plan of action for this meeting to happen.
All right. So you have two choices. You can either approach on your craft a small fighter jet, if you will, like a small, very small spacecraft, basically what they call in the game a starfighter. Or you could land on the opposite side of the asteroid and hoof your way to the frame.
Well, if I see things moving around it, I wouldn't be silly to just drop down. So, and he's strong. He can do. He fine. So, he will go to the other side. I guess he'll go to the other side of the asteroid, land, and make his way over.
All right.
Yes.
You
forgive me. I'm learning as I play, so it's all good.
yeah. That's fine. You make your way. To the other side of the asteroid without alerting any of them, though you do appear to move close to them, and it looks like they're miners.
Huh.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can still see me looking at the screen.
Yes, we are. Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're still live. We're still chatting. There are still people here.
Okay, so it's just Twitch, just not showing things properly. All right.
Yep.
Never mind, everyone.
Right. Hi. How you doing?
Yeah, so you notice they are pretty much just like miners, dressed in these armored suits with. Do you remember the SCVs from StarCraft? It's like a metal suit with a drill in one hand and a sort of like huge claw in the other. Or do you remember Aliens when Sigourney Weaver
gets into the big thing?
Gets into the big thing, yeah. So they're like that, but they look blurry. Like if they were out of sync with reality.
Is this something related to the void, or just seems?
Make a religion or arcana check for me, please.
Okay, I will do arcana because LOL religion. That was gross. 15.
With a 15, you correctly guess that they've been touched by the void. But not in a good way.
Oh, okay. Cause like they're not touched like.
They haven't been blessed by the void. No. They've been.
Okay.
It's like they're half into the void and half into reality.
And I could probably deduce that being around might be a problem.
Probably.
Maybe. Okay. Cool beans. How many of them are there?
There are currently 10 of them.
Oh, great. Amazing. That's exactly what I wanted. Cool. Well. Boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. I don't know what to do. How far away are they from me?
So if you've landed on the other side, you would have climbed part of the asteroid, and I'd say you'd be around 300 feet from them, lying prone with binoculars, just staring down at them. The way the asteroid is made, it's shaped sort of like an L, like a very curvy L, and they're in the thank you, Sildari. They're in the deep part of the L.
Got it. So then, I mean, because the only thing I can think of doing is getting as close as possible, like sneaking close to them, but still not being seen. But I wanna see exactly what they're doing, and if they're trying to mess with this thing, this frame.
Make a stealth check.
Yay!
And depending on how close you want to get, I'll say either perception or investigation. The two will yield different results.
Okay, I'm gonna get as close as possible while being stealthy. Great, amazing. Okay, and what the? Okay, this is just not my day. It's not happening.
You do not have enough time to get close enough to investigate. Are you crawling your way there, or did you get up?
Yeah, I'm probably definitely like doing a thing, getting my really somewhat nice overcoat
Dusty
dirty.
with like space.
And he doesn't like it, but yeah, he's definitely crawling a little closer.
All right. You approach them. You're probably around 100 feet from them when two of them turn around.
Great.
And it doesn't look like they've noticed you. Like, they didn't move their heads to look in your direction or anything. They just simply turned around and started making their way to you very slowly. But you notice that they fly.
Oh.
Those giant frames are not equipped with jetpacks.
Oh, amazing. Great. It don't look like he's gonna escape this. Ooh. Are there suits? Well, I guess they're void touch, so it probably won't even matter. Man. Okay. Then I will. Is there any way to like hide or something? Like
Yeah, you can definitely so what I'll say is you can make another check. But by trying to hide, again, probably backtracking, trying to find like a protrusion somewhere and hiding behind it. Whatever your result is, they will be within 30 feet of you afterwards.
Then what I want to try to do is there like any like big space rocks or something around?
Yeah, there are.
Great. I want to do two things. I want to yes. So what happens is, sorry, I'm learning some spells.
No problem.
What happens is on the ground he's like kind of not shaking, but he's like, shit. Great. And how many are summoned? How many? I need to know these things. Equal to my spellcasting modifier. That's 4. Great. Is that yes? My spellcasting modifier? Yes. Okay. Great. So his hand flourishes and 4 daggers appears. And he tosses them like as far as possible to one side to like hit like a rock or something to make some sound. And once that happens, he gives it like maybe a half a second or a beat. In the other hand, a phantasmal hook shot will hit a rock that's maybe 25, 30 feet away, and will pull him over there to like get away. It's like distraction, get out the way. But also no tracks.
All right, I will say make a deception check. You can choose deception with advantage or straight arcana.
I would do. That's scary. I will do deception with advantage just to be safe.
All right, the DC is 15.
Great. Great. Amazing.
Great. So you throw your daggers on one side. The two miners stop dead in their track. And they turn, like almost robotically, to where you threw the daggers. And they start flying that way. You immediately take your hook shot and move away from there. As you do so, you get slightly closer to the Lakshay frame. You notice that in addition to the frame, there are several crates that were also shipped by Spamazon.
And I can't see what they are at all at this point.
Giant steel crates, big enough to fit a car in it.
So there's a big frame, and then there's a couple crates that look like they can fit vehicles in them.
Yeah.
With now probably 8 of those miners around the area.
Yep. And you notice the miners are still going like to and fro around the giant frame. None of them appear to want to get closer than, I think, like twice their arm's reach.
Man, I feel like I'm just do a Hail Mary and just like go out there because like sneaking ain't helping right now. I mean, I can't even think what else to do. Then he just gets up. He dusts his coat off. There's nothing like the present. Okay. And he starts to walk forward towards the fray.
All right. As you approach the frame, of course, they all turn towards you. And it takes a while for them to react. Like, they start drifting towards you, but at a very slow pace. And they let you approach the frame.
And he holds his hands up. He goes, I am, what is it called? Lakshay?
Lakshay.
Lakshay girl. Sorry. I am Lakshay. Let me stay away. Thank you. He's like still looking as he goes over towards the frame to kind of inspect it a little more.
As you approach the frame, I will ask you as they
To die.
start. No. They start talking to you. 3 of them, in fact, begin talking to you. Can you make 3 wisdom saving throws for me, please?
Yeah, sure, great. Let's do that. Let's do that.
It'll be fine.
That'd be great. Let me look at one thing right now, though, real quick, to make sure. Nope. Nope. Oh, I do have a probably not. I have a thing that says friendly creatures within 15 feet of me can add. No, never mind. I don't. You said wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
Gross. Very gross. Okay.
All right. You will take 30 points of psychic damage.
Woo!
And
why you do this to me?
after
Why
you
did
take
you-
a few steps, your head begins to pound and hurt. And then it goes away. And just like by reflex, you take another step. And it begins anew. And then a third step. And that's when you begin to sort of coherently understand what they're saying. It seemed like in the past 5 seconds, everything they said was pure gibberish. But now there's a few words that come out. Lakshay. Home. Lost. Stuck. Orcs.
Orcs. Lakshay home. stuck. Orcs. I missed the last one, but it's okay.
It's just like bits of sentences, and they are calm, unnervingly so. They don't even appear to have emotions on their face. They don't have body language.
He will respond then, after wincing in pain. His eyes are definitely a lot more spectacular than they probably normally are, and normally they're very weird. Um, for those who don't know, which is everyone, he doesn't have just a normal, set of eyes with irises and whites and stuff. No, his eyes are quite literally a galaxy. Like it's like a nebula. It's like the effect that happens all around. Like you see nothing else but like a nebula, like stars. He is touched by the void in some ways. Um, he hears this though. And he looks home. We all want to go home, but that's not possible right now. How can I help?
And
I think he does have his clothes maybe on the back or maybe like something right here. It's obvious that he is from like Lakshay.
Mhm.
He still has like royal garb on.
They look to one another and they point upwards. And that's when you hear nothing because we're in space. But you see a big ass black spaceship fly above head, on the side of which is painted the words Scarlet Trust in red. And the ship goes around the asteroid and lands on the other side. After they've looked to the sky, they then look to the hangar doors that make up the entrance of the mining facility, the mines itself, inside the core of that giant asteroid. And you realize that the doors that you couldn't see earlier, for you were crawling basically over them, like above them, they're closed. They're closed shut. Even the safety blast doors are closed and locked. Yet you swear you saw these miners come out of there. That's the direction they came out of when you were seeing them on your radar.
Once he sees the doors, almost instinctively, because I feel like that's what he was used to doing in his home or wherever he's from, he would like snap his fingers using technomancy to see if he can open the doors.
Technomancy lets you activate device from afar, right?
Yeah. 60 feet. Like, yes, it does. I will do this. How about this? Let me just stop. Nyaha!
Oh, thank you so much. I was searching the whole PDF for it. Complex input gesture, you manipulate the technological device, blah, 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 blah. Yes, by snapping your fingers, the outer blast doors, the giant lock mechanism on it, turns slowly. It rotates 90 degrees clockwise. And then it presses itself inside, and the safety doors open. And they reveal beyond them scorch marks, giant claw marks, blaster shots, like if something tried desperately to get inside.
On the doors or inside?
On the doors. So you open the blast doors,
Uh-huh.
there's still another set of doors. And that set, from the outside, from what you can see outside, like someone has been aggressively firing at it.
Well, I saw the ship pass, and would I gather that a certain person's on that ship?
Yes, I mean, that was the whole point of you being here, wasn't it?
Exactly. He he looks back at the voidlings who are
They are
still
gone.
creepy. Okay, great. Amazing. You hurt me and then you walk away. This is why I don't like going out anymore. And he starts going towards the door.
All right.
And he physically he has almost like a pompadour, but not really. But it is like silver fox gray. He has a nice beard, a nice mustache, full. He's kind of he's strong. He's not like, oh my god, like buff, but he got some muscle. And he's wearing a studded leather vest underneath a big overcoat, pants, shoes, all that stuff. He has a rapier on his side. Again, his eyes are nebula-like. And you can't see it right now, but there's things on his arms as well that don't matter, just for flavor. And yeah, and he starts to go towards the doors slowly though, because he doesn't like what those shots and scratches and stuff look like.
All right. As you approach the door, we'll move the camera back to the Scarlet Trust. As we focus on the ship and it lands, I was gonna say Eddie. Doxy and Rosemary head to the engineering bay. Doxy has been sort of heartbroken. He didn't want to show it that much, but losing Lola, even though there will be, as he stated quite enthusiastically last time, there will be a second version of Lola, a better, faster, stronger version, but it will not happen today, and it weighs heavily on the poor gnome's heart. So him and Rosemary head down to engineering to start working on the new build. A handful of Wismos follow them downstairs.
Kebichet probably got together with Rosemary earlier and plotted with her specifically that once they landed and Doxy could take a break, she was going to drug him to sleep for a little while because her captain kept casting,
Industrious
worker on him.
Yes.
And just have Rosemary be there to watch over him, but he needs a nap.
Yeah, she brings him a drink that is heavily spiked with sedatives, because right now. So Gideon, you weren't there to see that, CB, but the engineer has been enchanted with a spell so many times that he actually vibrates. That's how, you remember that episode of Futurama when Fry goes ham on coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Great.
He needs to sleep. And that's what's gonna happen. Doxy is going to fall asleep and miss today's game. On the other hand, though, a communication comes in from Spider. The captain says, "I'll take it," and heads into his room. This conversation will last whatever. The captain will not be there. We'll discover that conversation next game. Which leaves Eddard, Kebichet,
Whitney, Twitch, Walter.
Twitch. Well, Walter is an AI. There's nothing they can do.
He's still a valuable member of this team.
He is. He's a very valuable member.
But immediately after everyone splits up, Twitch approaches you and says, "Oh, I'll come with."
Oh, absolutely. When I need the big guns.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Twitch,
we're splitting the party, so you need NPCs, right?
Of course.
Are you metagaming? Is that what's happening here, Twitch?
Possibly. Walter, do let Vorlons know not to eat anyone that eat anyone that doesn't come on that comes on the ship that is not with one of us.
Will do.
Thank you, Walter.
Can Volon get out of his room?
Of course he can.
Well,
his head, maybe. Wait,
yes and no.
You locked the door.
Volans cannot activate the portal by itself. Even though he's intelligent and everything, Volans never saw how the portal was activated. So he could probably figure it out at some point. But most of the controls are on the other side, so. And Whitney says that she'll look over the ship. She'll look after the ship.
Okay, good,
And
darling.
let the three of you go.
All right, well, you know I don't like this at all, correct?
What don't you like?
So many things. And she reaches over and casts Zone of Atmosphere on your suit.
We are going into an area where there's no atmosphere, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Assuming that we're going onto an asteroid. I'm assuming...
I thought we were going in. We're going through the doors that are now open.
No.
We landed on the asteroid itself.
You landed
hike.
on the asteroid. You have to hike.
Okay. Well, we could probably fly there. I'm pretty sure there's some handles on my suit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hang on tight.
I don't like this.
In front, where Spamazon left your frame, because of where they left the frame, there is no room for your ship to land.
Yeah, but But he's got propulsion on his suit.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
He's
you
got
meant
jetpack.
your jetpack. Okay, so you're not gonna
yes.
walk there. You're just gonna jetpack around the asteroid. Okay.
I have the option to use my jetpack. I will rocketeer my way over there.
So you rocketeer yourself, holding onto Kebichet and Twitch.
I mean,
Well-
I was expecting like my suit to have some sort of either anchor point or.
No,
handles.
it definitely has anchor points because Doxy had to anchor himself to you at some point.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Also, you guys don't weigh anything,
Yeah, we're in space.
Space.
so you can just jump your way across. I will ask you for a pilot check. To control the power on your jetpack and also the direction, for there is no gravity.
It's okay. There's always guidance from the void.
Hopefully,
And
there will be guidance.
Right.
Ooh.
The D4 is it more?
D4.
D4.
Ooh.
12.
Yeah, 12 is enough. You control it well enough. You jump from the moment you land, you disembark the landing platform. You make a jump, and you actually jump not only over the asteroid and down to where the frame is, but you also happen to jump over a small spaceship, a small human craft. It's a. I have it here. It's not a renegade. It is a saber.
Ooh.
So a
Very
small
nice.
human fighter. You jump over it, and you land with a silent thud right next to your giant Lakshay frame. Gideon, from where you stand, you notice these three figures jumping over you and landing about 50 feet behind you. You notice... Well, Gideon, do you mind describing yourself again? At least your clothing, and because we know
Yeah.
your hair.
I mean,
Yes.
are you wearing a life suit at all?
Probably, even if you're gonna say we are, I kind of think about all that. Long,
Yeah.
new to
He's
new
in
to
space.
exactly.
It's okay.
Got some over me, and it's definitely keeping me comfortably and aka breathing.
Living.
But I mean, but so like, help me real quick.
Yes.
Life suits. Is it like a whole suit? Is it just like a head thing? Like what?
So it's a suit. We'll go like full 60s. It's a suit with like the glass bubble thing around your
Great.
head. And everything else is it's just a like, we'll say it's like a force field around you. So it's transparent, so we can see your clothes. all of you, we can see your clothes, but your head is encased in this giant bubble of glass.
Got it. Then yeah, you see a person. Well, his back is to you, so right now you see the back of a big overcoat. That's I will say the colors of the Lakshayan royal. I don't freaking know.
Golden red.
Golden red, great. So it's like a nice red with gold accoutrements and stuff on it. Because he's flashy. You know, a nice pair of pants, probably black, maybe like a dark gray. I don't know. Shoes. Yeah, you might see the rapier on the side, and the back of his silver gray hair. And you said I noticed that they're behind me.
Yes, you notice that they're behind you.
And I'm going to message you real quick. Sorry.
No, that's cool. Keep singing.
Great.
I will say 3 years.
That's it?
You have kept tabs on them.
Cool. When's the last time I physically...
Alex, do you remember how long ago Doxy unfroze you?
I think it was a year, but
No,
when the game
it's-
started was
No,
about a year.
it was 2 years because you'd been traveling for a year and then you signed up with the captain, and we'd been traveling for 6 months before we started the game.
Okay, in that case, what she said. I forgot about all the travel.
So physically, the last time you would have been with him was 10 years ago when you saw his frozen form. Still safe and sound,
Great.
encased in not carbonite. And you've kept tabs on him. You've seen recordings of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been particularly active in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Yes, to answer your second question, yes.
So many secrets.
All right. He stops. He's probably like messing with the door or something, doing something, trying to see, and then noticing that people are behind, he will stop. And he'll slowly turn around.
We're not alone on this rock. And I do recognize the color, correct?
Maybe not just the colors. You've changed, Gideon. But does your physicality remain more or less the same?
Oh, yeah.
Eddard, it was a long time ago. But you remember clearly the face of the person who put you under.
Oh, shit. What?
Yes, you remember him as being the advisor to your parents.
So he's the one who put me under ice.
Yes.
And of course, I was never given an explanation as to why I was put under ice.
Not at the time, no.
Eddard, are we okay? Or am I about to get pissy? Because I've been pissy for a very long time at this point, and, you know, venting frustrations is a positive thing in my life.
How far away is he from me?
50 feet.
And Gideon hasn't moved. He's just looking. More so taking in what he hasn't seen physically, other than, like, you know, keeping tabs in a long periodically time.
You know, and of course, I've been told clearly that I've been frozen for what,
200 years.
Just making sure that I.
Like, I mean, his hair used to not be silver gray.
Yeah, it was yeah. Back then, it was definitely that nice black, dark, maybe like a streak for like.
Oh yeah, of
aesthetic
course,
sake.
yeah.
But
Listen,
like
stop
that's
getting
it.
hotter, all right?
But this is, oh yeah, he's hot. I said put it like this. I told him like my aesthetic. The first thing that came to mind was Gen Greymane from World of Warcraft.
Ooh. Okay. You know.
I'm like, he is like Zeddy. But
That case.
he's yeah.
Stop being so beautiful. It's gonna make this thing very hard. I'm going to start taking a few steps toward him,
Uh-huh.
then jetpack the rest of the way, and I'm gonna try to attack him with my laser sword.
We haven't dishooked from you yet.
All I know that he put me under. I have no idea why, and I never agreed to be put under. And I'm going to go slice.
Alrighty.
What you got to do?
You make 1, 2 steps, jump up, draw your laser sword, overhead slash, fall down. Gideon, you have plenty of time to see Eddard move.
I don't move.
The sword falls down. Eddard, do you
Wait.
want to make an attack roll, please?
You don't move? I hate you so much right now. Well, in that case, the blade's gonna stop right before singeing his hair.
Make an attack roll.
Ah, shit.
Just in case. Just in case. Yeah. It stops, like, there is this one loose hair that you split in half.
Like,
Oh, all right.
I messed up the look. That's what I wanted.
All
But
right.
that's-
And like from the back, Kebichet's disconnecting and going, Eddard, why did you bring me with you when you were about to kill someone?
Oh,
You hear a,
I didn't think about that at all.
you hear the familiar whir of a carbine being prepped, and a robotic voice behind you yell out, "Laying suppressive fire!"
Stand down, Twitch, before I shut you down.
I forgot about Twitch.
And Twitch lowers his weapon.
what happened?
Well,
So Twitch, CB2, and everyone who haven't been following since season 1, so the Twitch chat used to be the AI of the ship,
No, nice.
and they were in charge
It was-
of everything. But then
was
at the end of the first season, Twitch got sick, and the crew had to make a very difficult decision, and they ended up circumventing that decision and implanting Twitch's personality into a robot, thus resetting the ship the factory default, which is now the Walter AI.
Got it.
But Twitch is just as incredibly twitchy as a robot as it was when it was an AI.
and it follows command to a T.
To a point.
Well then, Eddard, darling. Since apparently you know this individual, are you going to provide introductions?
At that point, Gideon steps back more so just to give a little space for Eddard's sake, not because he's scared or anything, because he's not.
Of course not.
And he kind of, I figured you'd actually go through with it, but you did. Interesting.
All right.
My apologies. You don't know me. He knows me. Well, hopefully he still remembers.
I think I know you. I recognize you. And I only recognize you because I know you're the last thing I saw before being frozen.
It was your father's orders. I mean, I'm not saying I don't agree with him, but we had to do what we had to do.
Okay, before we get any further into this, because I know that this gentleman is, and she points over her shoulder to Eddard, is like, which, by the way, of the two of you, like, the two of you look human. Kebichet does not. She has a giant hawk head, a very sharp beak, and her feathers are very dark black, but you can kind of see the shifting void in the feathers themselves, and a very large black opal that kind of sits at her throat, with some very stylish robes that
He does notice the shifting of the void.
Yes.
And his eyes like flash for a second and looks back at Edda.
Okay, well, before we get any further, there are some minor things we need to take care of. One, I know that this gentleman, pointing at Eddard, has been frozen in, not carbonite, for 200 roughly years.
Yes.
And so there's been a lot of things going on, so could you just hold still for like a hot second? I want to do some basic medical evaluation to make sure that you're not possessed by Ilithid, and then we can move on with our other conversations.
Oh.
Because if you are possessed by Ilithid, I'm going to stab you very, very hard.
I can tell
Or
you
actually, I'm
right
going to turn
now,
around and
nothing's possessing me other than, I don't know, perhaps the void? Probably not.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Gideon, you got your mandatory Ilithid shot. At some point.
Great.
At some point in the last
She's
3
pro-vax.
months.
I like that.
Yeah, he keeps up on all that. Amazing.
Hashtag get yourself vaccinated against Ilithid, y'all.
Vaccinations matter. But, and I'm assuming it's like an area where the shot is. He just points to it.
Oh, it's not even that. I can just pull it up here because it's all nanites and she has them all programmed, so she knows them all. Oh, good. You're one of mine. It's fine.
One of yours.
Yes, you've been vaccinated. We're fine.
Ah. Well, if that's how you put it. Anywho, second question.
Who are you?
Was it more or? Well, who am? I'm Gideon. Don't worry about the last name because it doesn't exist.
Wow.
If you need a crash course, if you will, I was your father's advisor. I did what was necessary for the throne, for the kingdom. You being also necessary. You know what happened when old fuckface came over and tried to overthrow? Couldn't let you go down with him. Couldn't let you be an issue. So your father and I were talked. We got something figured out, and what can we say? We got you stoned. Looks like you're doing well now, though. So
I was frozen because they were coming after our family.
you were frozen because you're the heir to the throne. We had to make sure that nothing would happen to you.
And 200 years in the future was the plan.
You know how timey-wimey stuff can be. Wasn't expecting this far, but it happened. Luckily,
Just lose track of me? Was I supposed to be?
I never lost track of you. If I did, I wouldn't be here now.
What happened to my family?
What happened to his family?
Good question. They were ruthlessly murdered in public.
Amazing.
Explain
Great.
that one to me.
I think if you say that, I think before you even go to say anything, Kebichet would put a hand up and say, and turn to it and says, "You don't want the answer to that question."
Oh, I do.
No, you don't. You know the answer to that question. They're dead. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter why, it doesn't matter where.
I like her. She got some spunk. I would have said it a little nicer, but
I've been on the other side of political issues as such as this before. I don't particularly care for them in the long term, or at least I know what happens. You don't want to know, Eddard.
you seem to know a lot. What's your name again? Trebuchet?
Eddard, am I being professional? No, I should be professional, shouldn't I?
I mean,
No.
I'm the one with my sword close to his face.
Which
Oh,
he is not phased by it. He is along being the royal advisor, he was basically a lieutenant. So he advised them on all things intellectual and military. So he ain't worried about some sword in his face. He's had many. But
Well, if we're going to do formal introductions, Mr. Gideon, sir, you know Eddard.
I do. Practically raised him.
Oh, there should be so many things I should discuss with you about that then.
I don't even remember them. I would love to know them too.
Of course. Well, in this plane of Raria, I'm most commonly referred to as Lady Kebachet of House Aldahar, Cleric of the Void and Ship's Doctor of the Scarlet Trust.
That's a lot of information that I probably didn't need to know.
I know, but it's much more useful to call that title than any others.
So I won't call you Trebuchet, is what you're asking.
Not if you like to keep your head attached to your shoulders.
You're funny. I like you. Anywho,
You say that like I can't do it. And she starts walking slightly away. But still within the zone of atmosphere, which is still up, by the way.
Okay.
he's amused. But he looks back at Eddie. Eddard, my apologies. I'm sure you don't want to be called by your diminutive name.
I don't think anybody ever called me like that.
Oh, when you were a kid, probably.
A lot's happened, but I was here to make sure that you at least were surviving. I don't know what's happening from here. I can't force you to do anything. But I figured it was time to finally meet face to face again. Besides the point, I see you're buying stuff. What's this thing you got behind you?
Was I made aware what my present was?
No, we just told you that we had to go get you a birthday. We were going to get you a birthday present.
I know as much as you do. The only thing I know, Spamazon brought it here.
It's his birthday. We got a present.
You know what it is, right?
Of course.
So you just expected something like this to be delivered to an asteroid with no one else knowing about it? Or you just wanted to splurge, as you little kids say?
Oh.
Just asking. I'm just saying, because if I could track it, therefore tracking you, I'm sure other things can. And other things might want it. And on that note, BRB really quickly. I gotta get something.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask actually Kebachet to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Mm-hmm. It's a 13.
With the 13, you don't recall ordering more than the mecha, the Lakshay frame. Those enormous crates. You have no idea who shipped them there and why.
But I do know that Doxy was in charge of all of the shipping.
Yes.
And it's Doxy, so it could go either way that they're here. I mean, she's paranoid, so they're probably not supposed to be here, but at the same time, it's Doxy, and he may have ordered his own things on Spamazon to be delivered at the same time because that's Doxy. And so she's being slightly anxious about this because she can't ask Doxy because she drugged him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but she's going to activate the communicator and say, hey, Walter, darling, could you activate our shipping confirmation records for Spamazon and see how many things we've ordered that were supposed to be delivered here?
And the AI responds, well, only the Lakshay frame
The what now?
from the black market.
Well then, thank you, darling. You've been so helpful. It has been a very informative. Thank you. Eddard,
Yes.
your friend. We didn't order any extras.
Maybe he would know what's in those extra boxes.
What did I miss? I'm sorry.
They made a check to identify the boxes.
Okay, cool. Amazing. Sorry, I needed food.
They're not ours. Well, they weren't. Unless Doxy's doing something very strange.
Oh, you're talking about those, the boxes over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know jack shit about them, honestly. Well, they probably can fit, I don't know, something vehicular in it. That's all I know.
How long would it take for us to get all those boxes on board the ship?
Do we want the boxes or just want your birthday present? Because that's all we're here for. Get in, get out, get gone. We do have an Ilithid invasion to deal with.
An invasion?
And
Where have you been?
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I hear you. Hey, I'm over 200 years old. You are too, but at least I was alive for most of it. Let me live.
How are you still alive?
Because I'm handsome, that's why.
no, that's just a side effect.
Accurate.
I
couldn't tell you.
grab the boxes as well.
I mean, for a human, he's actually moderately attractive.
Mostly human. And his
All right.
eyes flash again.
Well, for mostly human, he's moderately attractive. He'd probably look better with feathers and a beak, but, you know.
I don't think so. I'd stick to being, me.
The moment you say that, you hear a rumbling noise coming from one of the crates.
Eddard, I'm standing behind you as you shoot things. Try not to hit your birthday present.
I doubt that me hitting a Lakshay frame will do any damage.
All right. And she just says that, she kind of like walks behind and puts herself behind Eddard.
If I hear that too,
Oh yeah.
he has like a glove and it's metal, but it's like, I don't know exactly what the term is, but like I can bend shit. Like it's like layered.
Yeah.
He has one of those.
Articulated.
Thank you. He has an articulated glove. And he sees that, and he immediately holds a fist, and a light shoots out and becomes a circle. A really nice circle. As he uses, where is it at? Force buckler.
You summon a translucent yet visible field of force which springs forth from the prepared gauntlet. For the duration, you can wield this field of force as a shield, and you have proficiency with it. That's cool.
Yeah, that's badass.
So your shield appears in your hand. Kebichet goes to hide.
Well, she's not really hiding. She's just walking behind.
Yeah, walking behind to get cover, basically.
He said, "Don't come for me."
Twitch loads the carbine. And what do you do, Eddard?
I'm gonna turn toward the rumbling noise. How far away is the crate?
50 feet. Since you're now right next to Gideon.
Gideon, have you been opening the Amazon crate, I suppose?
Say that one more time.
Have you been opening the crate?
Oh, I haven't touched anything yet. I touched the door. Well, I didn't touch it, but
Yeah, magic.
I don't know what's over there though, so that's probably going to be an issue if something's inside of it.
Yeah, let's get the frame bounce.
And the boxes start to fall apart. And inside each one of them is a scrappy looking vehicle. Like a hodgepodge of multiple other vehicles put together. With giant blades at the front, like a curved trident. And up on that, there's of course a driver, but like standing or grabbing the sides of these trucks are orcs.
Ah, that's what they were talking about.
And one of them, from the closest vehicle, an orc with black face paint, like painted like just stripes, diagonal stripes across his face. he has 2 giant tusks, one of which is broken and is instead replaced by a holographic, like half of a tusk. And he says, "Them's there is the little prince. Get him!" And before we roll for initiative, we're gonna take a break. And we will be right back. Stick around, everyone. 5 to 10 minutes. We're gonna get drinks, and we'll be back.
We're gonna get drinks. Ew.
the orcs are attacking.
That means we need to roll for initiative.
Let's change
get
that
our
music to something cool.
Batman. Oh, that works too.
Copyright's right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, even though they gave me the rights to use their song in writing, the YouTube algorithm just copyrights me every time.
That's
But I'm not making any money on these videos, so who cares? Hey, roll for initiative, everyone.
Hey.
As the orc war machines
Wow.
gee.
approach you.
I wrote a 2.
And I rolled a 20. So I get to go first.
I rolled an 18, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this music.
Yeah, so, that's going to be a thing. There are 4 vehicles charging at you.
4 vehicles?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
And atop them, 3 orcs with standard carbines and the drivers, plus the leader. So there's one that's like slightly overcrowded. So what I'll do is everything happens at the same time, but I'll do the drivers, the shooters, the leader. And I'll do it like that. Just so you know. So, out of the front of these vehicles, a rusty harpoon fires forth. The first one will attack Kebichet. The second one...
She's behind me, though.
Yeah, I know, she has cover. The
Okay.
second one will attack Gideon. The third one will attack Eddard, and Kebichet will get attacked twice. So I'll do Kebichet twice. Kebichet, you have a +2 to your AC because Eddard is giving you cover. Do I hit you on 26?
Yes.
Do I hit you on 21?
No.
Then
That one just bounces off.
you will take 11 points of damage.
Grand.
Gideon, do I hit you on 11?
No.
Eddard, do I hit you on 16?
No, that was close.
Alright, so the harpoons fire forth. The drivers step on it, and what they'll do is they'll try to drive you over and come back around like a jousting horse.
Okay.
You can try to move out of the way and take no damage if you each succeed a dexterity saving throw DC 13. And this will happen every turn until all the vehicles are either disabled or something, but they'll be like spinning around. So unless you manage to get out of the way, every turn on my initiative, you'll have to make that save. So can you all please make a dex saving throw for me?
Is the harpoon currently connected to their truck? Is it just like...
No, it fired.
I do want you to know that on my brand new pretty that my friend bought me, that was an 18 on the die +2. It for dex is a dirty 20.
So you all get out of the way as these raking scythes basically pass by you. You jump out of the way, tumble out. And then at the same time, there was the firing of all those carbines. So, pew pew pew.
I'm not happy, Eddard.
How is this my fault?
It's somehow your fault.
No, no.
Wait, so there's a harpoon, there's a driving, and then they shoot?
Yeah, the driver shot the harpoon. The 3 other riders fire at you. So each of them, basically, each one of you will get attacked 4 times right now.
Cool.
Because there are 12
Jesus
shooters in all.
Christ.
Cool.
Yes. Yes. Is this an ambush? Yes, it is.
Don't worry about it.
So I'll start with Eddard. 22, crit, 13.
Well, 3 3 times yes.
3 times yes. I'm all gonna bundle it together. It's all radiant damage. They're firing with standard carbines. So,
We all get hit 4 times?
Yes.
yes.
Hold
Well,
on.
they try to hit you 4 times.
So we get harpooned, we get ran over, and then get hit 4 times every turn.
Unless
Unless you manage to, like, get rid of some of them.
No, great, amazing. Let's do it.
Bring it.
Oh yeah, that'll
Bring
be
it.
fun.
Well, you're kidding me about to be very, very pissy.
Edard, you take 40 points of damage. As you are fired upon, and the orcs love it.
Hey, just
Kebichet.
about, like half my HP. So
14,
You know.
No.
20,
No.
23,
Yes.
20.
No.
You'll take 10 points of damage.
Fine. Fine.
Mr. Gideon. 13,
No.
8,
No.
nat 1,
No.
19.
Hold on. I need to see a thing.
Did you take that spell?
It's not that.
But shield.
No, I can't take it. I can't take spells.
No,
No, it hits. That's fine. It
hits?
hits. However, I'm going to parry it.
With your shield, yeah, you have a force shield. So what does it do? How does it work?
I mean, so yes, but I don't need a shield to parry it. When another creature damages you with a well, shit. It says melee weapon or spell attack.
Consider it a spell attack.
Great. I can use my reaction to spin one of my mastery dice to reduce the damage by that roll plus my intelligence modifier. So that's a D8. Great, amazing. So 5 points is going to be reduced from whatever is happening now.
Okay. You would have taken 9.
I'll take 4.
So those were all the shooters, those were all the pilots. Now we have the leader.
Okay.
How many of those are there?
Okay.
One
okay.
per or?
So there's 12 shooters, 4
Yeah.
drivers, 1 leader. And the 1 leader jumps up from the car as it passes by, and through the hail of blaster bolts, jumps down in front of Edard. It's laser, like red laser sword glowing in his hands, and he holds it two-handed, and he just wails on Edard.
Looks like you couldn't do anything about that.
Do I hit you on a 12?
No.
Do I hit you on an 8?
No.
Pissed off that you parried both his attack, he raises a hand and says, "Fire, boys!" And 3 orcs will use their reactions to fire at you, Edard. You have +2 to your armor because you're in melee with that orc fighter.
Got it.
10, 19, 10.
You good?
None of them hit?
No.
So they just fire, but you manage to duck out of the way of most of these blaster bolts as they come your way. It is now... Who rolled an 18 for
That'd be
initiative?
me. That'd be me.
Yeah, okay. Kebichet, Edard, and then Gideon.
I don't like this, Edard.
Fight back. I'm
Well,
a
of
bit
course I'm
busy
going-
right now.
Consider that aside from the leader, they are all 50 feet away from you.
Aside from the leader, they're all 50 feet away from me. Are they
Yes.
all together, roughly?
They are all within 20 feet of one another. Like, the vehicles
Okay.
stand 20 feet apart. So if you have something that has, like, a 20-foot radius, you could hit 3 of them.
I could hit 2. And I thought, I'll take that, right?
Yep.
Are you okay with me taking 2? I'll take it because it's a 10-foot radius, which means a 20-foot diameter, which means if I put it right in between the 2 of them, he'll hit 2.
Yes.
Fine. I'm not happy, Edard. This is what happens when I'm not happy, and she'll cast Flame Strike in the middle of them. Get wrecked.
Alright. So I have rolls to roll. Wait, that
As she
gave-
literally just pulls the void and drops a giant flame. It's Dex save 17.
Yeah, the vehicle
Mhm.
has... Oh, it's immune to fire. Okay.
But it's not immune to radiant.
Not immune to radiant. It will make a dex save with advantage.
Oh, well, it's a vehicle. I understand that.
Yeah, it's got a nat 20. So it takes no damage.
And it takes half damage.
Yeah, it takes half of 11, which is less than 10. Thus,
it's
it
fine.
takes no damage. But that's the vehicle itself. The rider...
2 of them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the other one. Wow, 2 nat 1s.
You rolled initiative. Same thing.
Oh,
but you
that's
rolled
initiative. Yeah, it's a +2 anyway, so it doesn't
+2,
matter.
Yeah.
But the other one takes 1 point of damage. The driver has cover, greater cover, I should say. So they have advantage on their dex save. So I'll do the drivers first. 1, 2.
Well, the second one saves. The first one does not.
The first one doesn't and would take 33 points of damage. They die. The other succeeds, dies anyway. So since they both die regardless of what happens, that means that you lay waste to 2 crews in one shot. Like, I won't roll for the rest because even though they succeed, you do enough damage to kill them with 33. So 8 orcs are dead.
And then
off.
as her... I'm not showing off, I'm just venting my
So
frustration,
this
darling.
column of flame just... And there's just... The other cars just basically like ram into one another and crash out off camera.
Okay.
That was your turn. Thank you, Kevichet. Eddard, sorry. Eddard and then Gideon.
It's gonna be a quite classic attack, and I'm going to pull out one of my blasters with my offhand and start sparring with the orc.
Alright, go right ahead.
With your blaster, with your sword. Oh, your sword.
Nice.
For my
The sword hits
7.
for 7 points of damage.
And after that, it's gonna be another sword attack.
25 hits.
That's 4.
Alright. And then your blaster. 18 hits.
Just 6.
So you slash, fire. The orcs takes all of these hit and bears the brunt of them. Many of your hit like tear open the suit it has, but it doesn't seem to affect them that much.
I'm gonna keep my action surge just in case there's something bigger coming.
Okay. Gideon, it is your
By the
turn.
way, just in case we forget, we also have a minion.
Yes, we have Twitch. Twitch plays last.
Okay, just making sure we don't forget him.
And you have your
Good.
bracelet.
Of
Your death ward.
yes, thank you. That's what I was called.
All right. Well, let me check a thing. Wording, and I should know this. I just want to double check. If I can attack twice, and when it says using the attack action, that's not including a spell attack, correct?
No, that's taking 2 attacks
Got it.
with the attack action.
Yes. I was just making sure it wasn't a spell attack when I said that. I didn't think it was. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. Well,
And
okay.
I'll change the music.
oh. Then, seeing this orc face next to basically his forgotten son, his ward. I'll say that. Oh, 1 second. That is really loud. I'm gonna turn it down on my side. It can't. Oh, there you are. Well, seeing Orc-Man, I will raise my hand at him, and like squeeze as I say, like not my daughter, you bitch. But I'm not going to say that. Say, flee, as I cast command without using the spell slot, as I have Commander's Call.
Ooh.
I can use it 4 times.
And it's a wisdom saving throw?
And my spell DC is 16.
Not one. It flees without taking a disengage action, so you have a free attack, an attack of opportunity. Edard.
The big guy is fleeing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, I'm going to stow my sword, pick up my swarm pistol with my
can't.
right.
You
No, I
can't.
can't
It's
do
a-
that, even though I can.
You have time
As a
for
free action?
one. It's not your turn, so you're not allowed an action.
Okay, in that case, chop chop, 25,
Yeah, that hits.
8.
For 8. 25. So as he flees, you just like strike in the back. And it yelps in pain, but keeps running away. Gideon, it is still your turn.
Would I get a attack of opportunity too?
Are you within melee range?
I'm right next to Eddie Boy.
Then yes.
Great.
And Kebichet would if she had a reach weapon.
Oh, I don't even need one. I'm Warcaster.
Bless.
Then you both have an attack of
I know.
opportunity.
I'll let the stabby go first, though.
I need to check a thing real quick though. I don't think I can cantrip. I'm still learning about this class.
No problem.
No, okay, so I'm just gonna hit him with my oh shit, I need to do a thing. My normal rapier, which is not that one.
It's a laser rapier.
Yes. However, I have a specific thing. I gotta hold on. And then sorry. And that's no, and that no, it should be Dex because it's finesse. And 1d8. There we are. Boom. Amazing. Normal rapier. Great. Does 18 hit?
Yes, 18 hits.
For 3 points of damage.
Poor guy.
And as he goes to run away, Kebichet's had a really bad day, so she just kind of turns her head slightly at him and pulls from her left eye 3 bolts of necrotic energy as she casts Eye of Anubis at him.
Ooh.
16
1,
hits.
2,
14 misses.
3.
28 hits.
Damn.
Oh, she bad.
11 necrotic.
Cool.
And
The 16 hit.
yeah, I'm just pulling the 12 necrotic.
All right. So as he runs
Oh,
away,
wait, it's sorry, it should be 14 necrotic and 20 necrotic because it added the extra die for the level upgrade. But it did it weird. I don't know why it did it that way instead of.
oh, okay, so it's supposed to be 3d8 at your level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
So yes, then
Oh.
he dead. He runs away, and you just all gang up on him and kill him before he takes more than 2 steps away from you.
And at this point, she's going to turn to Eddard and say, "Are you going to deal with the rest of these assholes, please?"
And he holds his hand up to her and points at Eddard and say, "You're fine, knock it off." As a bonus action, will use one of my dicey boys, which is a D8. These are horrible rolls. You will get 6 points of temporary HP.
I'll take that.
Eddard or everyone?
Eddie boy, Eddard.
Eddie boy. Okay.
Boy, that-
And it's my turn. Can y'all make a? No, it's Twitch's turn.
Twitch turn.
Twitch fires away. Do you want him to fire at one of the drivers or at one of the shooters?
Drivers, it seems to be very effective. Although they have a lot of cover, the effects are just.
Twitch misses twice.
Dang it, Twitch.
Suppressive fire!
I'll take that!
So can you all make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
For another
Wow.
18 on the die for a dirty 20.
Bro, what is going on? I have not rolled anything good today.
Eddard and Gideon, unfortunately, you do not manage to get out of the way of the two vehicles in time. And thus you
We're
will take
suplex
a
it.
combined damage of 26 points each.
Great.
Okay.
Oh wait, I was at.
I hate.
Oh wait. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I was doing 26.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Great.
The drivers, after like swerving around and trying to hit you, as they do so, they half climb over the front of the vehicle, grab another harpoon out of a reserve beside them, and load it up. They can't fire, but they're loaded for next time. And now there are only 6 shooters, so you will have 2 attacks each by the shooters.
Do they get their attacks at disadvantage on the 2 prone individuals who got run over?
Yes. So I will do Kebichet first.
Oh.
20 and 10. You do
20
not
hits.
have the cover from Eddard anymore.
No, I know. 20 hits.
20 hits? Alright, so you will take 5 points of damage. And now with disadvantage, Eddard. 7, 13, 12. Gideon, 9, and 17.
17 meets.
Alright. So you would take 5 points of damage.
I'm going to parry the hell out of that.
Go right ahead.
I surely will.
I think the minimum you can roll is 5 anyway.
No, I'll take no damage.
So you take no damage. You lift your shield up and parry the bolt of radiant energy. It is Kebichet's turn.
Gentlemen, smile.
I close my eyes.
What?
Sucks to be you. You're not gonna know what this means. As she just reaches out and pulls a window of the void into the middle of the space and casts Void Gaze.
Oh, wow.
All of them need to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 17, or be frightened and restrained.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, no, they're not going anywhere. They're
None
terrified,
of them succeed.
What about you,
terrified,
CD?
pissing their pants. Oh, unfortunately, I think Gideon needs to make that too.
Gideon does not need to make it.
Ooh, okay, fine, that's fine.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm okay with that actually. She would probably be like, all right then.
Gideon,
And-
you see the void open up behind the orcs, and as they stare through the void, they freak out. And you have stared into the void, and the void has stared back. So you are okay.
I told you I liked her. You got spunk.
And then she's gonna start walking up to them because they're restrained and their movement is 0.
Yep.
And they're
Even
frightened as fuck.
even the cars have stopped as they're all looking at it and freaking out and trying to. The drivers are trying to put the cars in reverse
Reverse.
to
They-
try to
they
back
forget to
away
keep
from
it
the
close.
void gaze.
Eddard, remember how I said I was a bitch?
No.
Because they're restrained and their speed is 0, can she just reach out and turn the wheel in the opposite direction to shove it off the asteroid?
They are 50 feet away from you, so you
Oh,
don't
never mind
have the
then.
speed to get up to them yet.
Never mind. But it's for 1 minute, so.
Yep, but that means that for 1 minute, until they save anyway, y'all have advantage on attack rolls against them. So,
Right.
Edard, what do you do?
50, right? 50 feet away?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have your new toy, Edard. You could use that.
You mean the mech?
No, the rifle.
Right, I was thinking about that. Okay, so stow the pistol, stow the...
On your turn, it's not. It doesn't matter. Because it's in the wheel.
True. I take out the thunder rifle. And I'm gonna start shooting. Driver first. I mean, at this point, the cars are immobilized. Even if I shoot the driver, nothing's gonna happen.
No, but, like, whichever car you decide to shoot at, the thunder rifle hits everyone on board.
Well, I'm gonna go trigger Abby. Pew pew, bitches.
So
And
make
you
your
have an
attack roll.
advantage.
Oh.
25.
25 is a hit.
6 Honda.
Alright,
And the-
and they must make or take the same damage as the target, then be pushed off the car.
But they can't make the dex save because they're restrained.
Yes.
Or their speed is 0. They're immobilized.
So they fall off the car. Everyone takes 6 points of damage. That was your first attack. How about your second?
But now they're off the car. Would my attacks, my second strike, do the same
Yes,
thing?
because the driver isn't the driver that you've attacked. They don't get thrown off the car.
19.
19 hits.
5 Honda.
That's a total of.
Yeah, it's not great damage.
Well, you've rolled very bad. Like
Yeah.
you didn't roll anything higher than a 3.
Yeah.
So they're not dead. But they're scattered. And wounded. Gideon, it's your turn. So you have one car, one car with most of them, 3 of them sprawled on the ground next to the car, and the other one that is like turning around and getting ready for one last heroic go at you.
Yep. I pinned 2 cars in place. They're restrained and they can't go anywhere. And the third car I couldn't do jack shit about. Sorry, it was too far away. No, they're all restrained. They're all restrained. They can't do anything.
Oh, nice.
Because they all failed their wisdom saves.
Oh, great, cool.
None of them are going anywhere. They're all just gonna stay there and for you to shoot at
Oh
them
yeah,
as a
that's
fishing
true.
barrel.
They're scared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, then yeah, in that case, go with a repeater. It's the same damage, but it's one-handed.
Yeah. Great, amazing. Then I will pull that out. I'm sorry, because my pages are everywhere right now. I will pull out the repeater. The Reaper, that's what I'm putting in, not Law. I will pull that out and attack with it twice because I can. And I'm attack, I guess. So, lay the field again. They're all frozen, but
They're all
how far
frozen
out?
in fear. To your left, 3 of them are prone, afraid,
Okay.
wounded, and the driver is not prone but afraid and wounded. To your right, 4 of them are afraid, but none of them are wounded.
Got it. So I'm gonna shoot the one that's not prone, but wounded, or not wounded, whatever. The one to the that's 2 that's prone and 1 that's not. I'm gonna shoot the one that's not prone.
Not
That's-
prone, but still
Yeah.
wounded. Yeah.
Yes. I'm
So
gonna
that's
shoot
the
his-
driver.
Yes, I'm gonna shoot him twice. And I gotta make sure I don't add anything else to this. That's a spell attack. When I hit with a, I don't want to do that. Actually, Are they only driving like a straight line?
They're not driving anymore. They stopped the cars.
Oh, you're correct. I don't gotta worry about that. Never mind. Great. All right, so I'm gonna hit. Does a 15 hit?
15 does
25.
hit. Yeah, 25. You hit with advantage.
Oh, hell yeah. 25, 18.
Yes and yes.
Great. 6 points of, I think it's whatever.
Radiant.
Radiant damage. And 10.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, great.
You fire at the driver and just knock him out with, well, more than knock him out with 2 shots behind the head.
Check. And then how far away they are from me?
50
Well, then I'm moving, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, then that's all I'll do.
All right. Then it is their turn now.
What about Twitchy Boy?
Twitchy Boy, yeah. Twitchy Boy will try to finish off those that are wounded. So we'll
I like
attack
that.
without advantage because they're prone. So we'll hit and we'll miss. But with a 12 points of damage, one of them dies. So there are now only 2 prone wounded and 4 standing not wounded. They're freaking out. Let's see at the end of the turn if they are still freaking out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2
6.
save. And
3
3
save.
So they all save.
No.
What's your
3.
DC?
17.
17. Okay. So we'll say the 3 that saves are like 3 of the unwounded. And I'll roll a D2. If I roll a 2, it's one of the drivers.
Okay. Well, there's only
Nope.
one driver.
Yeah, there's only one driver, so it's not. So the 3 that are riding the car, they're not afraid anymore, but the driver is still terrified. But that's at the end of their turn, so it's now your turns.
It's now my turn again.
Yes.
But everybody looks a little battered, and I don't like this, and I really don't like any of this all over the place. Just checking things. Well, I'm going to. No, I think she's going to first of all cast as a bonus action. She's going to cast Mass Healing Word as she just at a 4th level to be kind to everybody around her for 7 points of damage. I apologize, that's a shit roll.
That is a very, very shit roll. You rolled minimum on both.
I know, and it pisses me off. But that's her bonus action. Then as her action, well, the schmuck driving the car is still restrained, correct?
Yes.
Great. She's going to bring her other hand up and cast Sacred Flame at him, and because it's a dex save, he can't do jack shit.
Wow, you burn him alive with the power of the void.
Nice.
So there are
Like that.
only 3 left with rifles. Scared, they turn around and aim for Eddard, but Eddard, it's your turn. Oh, and there's
Well,
2 prone, but like if
They're
you dispatch the 3 ones that are still active, like you'll easily dispatch the other ones. So
okay.
we
Well,
won't
I
get-
I took the rifle out, so let's take aim. Okay, just making sure that I didn't shoot anything. All right. Q. Oof.
Oh.
They are not scared. You miss.
Huh. Gotta take another shot.
Oh yeah, that
That's
hits.
more-
That hits.
That's more better. Ah, there you go. That's more than I'm talking about.
Ooh.
13.
Let me check with a dex save from the other 2, because if you said 13?
The DC is 15, but damage is 13.
Yeah, the gunners, if I fail, will say they're dead.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Yep. It fights over.
Keberchet will take this opportunity, look at Edal and say, "You look a little unwell."
Yeah, I'm leaking fluid.
I can tell that. Well, here, and your friend, come a little bit closer, dear.
He
Nice.
scoots over as he's like looking at the other people. He's not even paying attention. He's just looking at them to make sure they're actually dead. As he's
Yeah, he just kind of brings his hand. She brings her hands out from her holy symbol, and you see them start to glow with the light of the void and the blackness and kind of the purples and blues, and casts mass cure wounds for everybody.
ew.
For 19, much better than last time.
Mm-hmm.
Let the void save you.
The void did enough. And he will actually walk over towards the orc leader, and see if there's anything on him.
You turn him around and start rummaging through his like pockets and everything. Aside from a laser sword, the orc had a repeater pistol, and you could take the holographic tooth if you wanted.
Great, I'll take it.
It's a small device that like you could stick it in your forehead and you'd have like a small blue horn.
Not doing that.
It's weird, but it's a cool trophy. Like, I mean, it's a cool trophy. But yeah, aside from that, the only other thing that this orc had was a scrap of paper written in Orcish.
Can't read that. He actually starts like looking at it and like squints. He starts speaking, and he's definitely saying swear words, but it's interconic. And then he can anyone read orc? Because this ain't happening.
Well, if we take it onto the ship, I can have it done and translated in about 30 seconds.
Great. But you survived. That's good.
Are you feeling any better?
Oh, I'm fine.
Edald, are you feeling well? Less bleeding?
A lot less bleeding now.
Good. Do you mind if we all get on there? Because I'm going to vent my frustrations.
Again? Okay. Let's.
She's just going to start firing sacred flames at the bodies to burn them.
There is a door over here.
Right.
Mhm.
Let's check the door real quick.
Okay. Is there anything behind that door that we need? Because we are here for a purpose. We are here to pick up that and get gone. We have an Ilithid feat to defeat, an Edod to put on a throne, a civil war to deal with.
Pause. Hold on. Put him on the throne.
Oh yes, political advantages, darling.
What throne exactly?
Well, Lakshay seems the most possible, although we could possibly just, unify all of the human territories and give him that one too.
Okay, can we not? As much as I would love to rule a part of a galaxy, I'd rather not.
So hold on. You're going to put a prince of a kingdom that he already has onto a throne somewhere else?
No,
No.
onto his throne.
Yes, directly on Lakshay.
Okay, I'm making sure. Then the second question. You know what's going on in Lakshay, right? Or you just talking fallacies and cute fantasies right now? Because if he would have been on the throne, he would have been on the throne 200 years ago. But alas, earwax, he's not.
Alas, now we have an invading fleet and we need a unifying force. We have the proper things to do, and if I do it right, it will be a rallying cry for the people against the horrible invaders from the outer side. Then we have an army with which to fight said things, because they don't want to let me have my actual way that would be the easy way. As she just kind of fires a sacred flame at the dead body.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I'm happy that you're venting and, literally lighting things up, though you're a void woman. Whatever. You aren't answering the question that's most important. Invaders or not, there are already invaders on the throne. What are you going to do about them?
Death is easy.
I'm pretty sure we can't just go over there and kill them all.
They would have been dead 200 years ago.
Look, you're... All right, fine. Can we get on... all right. Edard, how much do you trust this individual?
I barely know him.
You know me no more than you know her, actually. But
yeah.
Memory.
So how old were you, Edard, when you were frozen?
I would suppose around mid to late 20s.
So you know Gideon. He's been hanging out with your parents for as long as you can remember.
Okay, so basically, the more time I spend with him, the more I remember.
Yeah. It's jogging your memory.
I'm not coming here to force you into something you don't want to do. But the tomfoolery I'm hearing right now just don't make sense. So I want to make sure that you understand the severity of the situation. This isn't a game of I don't know, shoots and ladders. There have been things placed in motion for years. You can't just walk to my home, mind you, and think that, oh, hey, look, Prince Edard Kane of the Canes, I'm here to get my kingdom. You're dead. And then you're dead again because I'll probably kill you in the afterlife. So
no, he won't. First of all, he's not going to get dead. I've made sure that that's not going to happen. B, second of all, it's all politics, darling. It's all about playing politics the right way. Yes, the people in charge are leaders of a violent coup who are oppressing the population, and oh look, we have a giant figurehead that will be the more popular figure to put on the throne. That's why we've got the right one. And I never said that he actually had to go to Lakshay to do it. He just had to be on the throne of Lakshay.
I'm with you. So how do you expect the citizens and those who call Lakshay their home to all of a sudden remember that the Canes should be the ones on the throne? Because trust me, if I could do it like that, and I think like lights flicker somewhere. So if I could do it like that, I would have.
You don't have a doxy.
You're a cleric of the void. I am literally the royal advisor of a kingdom. And what the fuck is a doxy?
A doxy is an engineer in this particular case, a gnome who happens to have hacked every internet node in the galaxy. Massive information dumps are something we've kind of known for, aren't we, Edard?
We are. We have spreaded the gospel of vaccinate against the Ilithid.
Yeah, by the way, that was me. Glad you're still not possessed. I'm
happy. Would you like I don't know, what do they call them nowadays? A snickerdoodle?
No. Actually, what I'd really, really like is for, a bunch of people not to be dead, but my odds on that aren't really good, so I'm dealing with what I've got. And considering that, oh wait, I've got a baby godling on this ship of a god that I don't particularly care for or follow. I just dealt with the fact that a bunch of Ilithid were trying to eat my god. It's kind of a problem for me, a little bit stressful. And then I had to have a personal conversation, there were some issues, come back, and now my whole political situation is involved in almost civil war. I'm probably going to have to out myself as to who I am to prevent that civil war. Kind of on the fence about that one.
Get to the point that applies to me.
Oh, well, see, here's the thing. We're about to make you look real spiffy and popular, and then you're going to put a giant crown on that man's head. And she points to Edard.
How about this? If this plan of yours work, I'll shave my beard. And I'm telling you, I ain't touched this thing in over 200 years.
I have a nice straight razor that will help you for that.
Oh, wow, that's a veiled threat. I've never seen one.
Edard, when have I ever veiled any threats that I've made?
Oh, you're right. That's a promise, not a threat.
Eddie boy, She's funny, but she ain't gonna get you far. I'm telling you right now. I have a resistance. I have people all over trying to get our kingdom, back. This thing, do what you want. You said it yourself. You don't remember me, and that's fine. I've been watching you since day one. But I can't force your hand, so pick your battles, I guess. I'll follow you. It's literally my job. So, you wanna?
One thing
Hmm.
that is for sure, we need the force of Lakshay. We need that.
I'm telling
Another
you right
thing
now,
is,
I'm the only black shit you got.
Hmm.
That's actually, from Lakshay, not an invader who took my home and killed my best friends and hit. Okay.
Like I said, he didn't need to know that part.
He like walks away and just starts like you see like a blade of mystic force just slash at the orc. Just keep slashing it for a second as he had to walk away for a second.
It's very it's relieving for your frustrations, isn't it?
Okay. Also, I don't want to sit on a throne for the rest of my life.
Well, we don't have to have you sit on the throne for a very long time. We just have to create long enough so we can deal with the invading Ilithid, and then we can transition you into a constitutional monarchy. It's fine.
Sure.
You don't gotta be on the throne forever. We just need the line that's correct to be back on it.
Which means you need to reproduce. And we could do that multiple ways. How are things going with Whitney?
We're not gonna talk about
What?
no. I'm good. I changed this boy's virtual diaper. I'm good.
Well, I mean, we could do it the other way. It's much more fast. I could do it in my lab in about half an hour, actually.
Okay.
Whoa.
What?
No eugenics. No.
I didn't say eugenics, merely reproduction. If you wanted eugenics, it'd take me much longer than half an hour, maybe about a day and a half.
Wow. Great. Get back to the point.
What point?
I don't know, actually.
The point that we're having a political issue. Get on this ship. And she's like, let's go. Let's get. We don't need anything here. We got
Can
what
we
we
get
came
the
for.
frame
and-
before we leave? I mean, that's why we're here.
Yes, you can have that. That's your birthday present. Happy birthday.
That's my ship back there, though. So.
Okay. Well, will his ship fit in the hangar?
The ship is roughly the same shape as Lola's. It's a fighter.
Well, we've
So
got a
it
nice
would
little.
fit aboard your ship, yeah.
Yes, we have a nice little hangar for it. But before you step on my ship, I'm giving you a full medical. I'm sorry, it's the rules.
It's very thorough.
You're not.
No, it's not that thorough. It's very quick, and I just like to make sure that I'm not bringing anyone who's possessed onto board.
I think we already.
With possession issue, yes, I know that. I'm particular.
He like
and
extends
I know-
his arms. Like, go for it.
On board the ship, not out here
I'm
in
not.
space.
I'm not being probed by a bird who worships.
I'm
a
sorry,
thing
what?
That
I'm sorry, what?
I-
What word just came out of your mouth, human?
My visor just shuts.
I said what I said.
Really? Really? That's what you're going to go with? You ape?
Twitch says, I don't like when people are fighting.
Do you want to go shoot the orcs too?
All of you are mammalians, and I'm guarantee you that everything that's currently wrong with this galaxy is all of your problems.
Hey.
Can we get aboard the ship now?
Yes.
I want to go home.
He just walks towards the ship, but as he starts to walk, he puts a hand on Adam's shoulder, and the facade drops for a second, but not really. And it's been a while.
I think we have much to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk. And he walks off.
And for brevity's sake, Gideon is fine health-wise.
Oh no, we role playing this. Don't touch there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but I will say though, that if that happens, they will know. Kevin Chet will know that.
Well, do you undress?
I mean, if during the
Kevin Chet, do you force him to undress?
I mean, Doxy's been playing with my medical scanners, I would force him to take any armor off, but maybe not all of his clothes.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because I would,
Oh, sorry, again.
because I wouldn't have gone that far. I mean, she would have. First of all, she would have pushed him, and because she's a little pissy with the bird comment, she'd shove him into the decontamination shower.
Watch it, my spleen. But you would just know that once he takes off, once he reveals arms, he actually has like dotted like across his arm, like very splotchy. But it doesn't look like something was grafted. It looked like it was grown. He has like dark black purple-ish dragon scales. Specifically, a void dragon.
Oh. Well, I should introduce you to Volans.
Don't. I'm good.
No, he's actually very much dear. We've been working on his socialization and his family development.
We won't talk about it. Anywho, and then the rest of the time he's probably quiet as he's getting scanned or whatever.
And she would just and at the last possible moment, she would say, she'd turned him, probably calmed down by this, and she would say, "Don't worry, we're not going to get him dead. I haven't gotten anybody dead. It's not my job to keep them all alive, and since they won't let me do it the efficient way, we have to do it the hard way."
We'll see.
You gather again after the scans in the war room, commonly known as the kitchen. The Twitch and a very groggy Doxy are gonna help bring the frame into the ship, because they need to use the miniaturization station to get it to So that leaves the three of you. Twitch is absent. The captain hasn't come out of his room yet, and
Kevachet would briefly check her monitoring of his health monitors to make sure that he's well.
He's asleep right now.
Okay, good.
A few Wizmos come out to inspect the newcomer.
That kicks one.
They scramble away.
And Stella just comes.
And none of them will bother you while you're on board. That's for sure.
Okay, let me rephrase it. It wasn't like a kick, but like if he started scrambling to his leg, he's just like, eh.
Oh no! They keep their distance. But they are dressed in camouflage outfits, and they try to hide behind one of the plants that are scattered around the ship. Those famous plants that one day turned into Rothians. Everything
was a Rothian. It was very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was sentient was Rothian. It's very weird. Well, breathing, alive, not sentient, alive. But Eddard, are you well?
I'm well. It's a lot of news to take in one day.
All right. Well, I think you need to have a conversation with your friend, and I need to send some correspondence. So, if you need me, just start panicking. I'll know.
Is there a way for me to deactivate that so you don't know when I'm panicking?
No.
No.
You guys have no private life the moment you sign on board.
I was about to say, there's just no privacy on this boat.
I'd ignore so many things you would not believe.
I'm dead.
I really hope you ignore a lot of things.
I ignore so much. But I think you need to talk with them, and I don't need to be here for this part. And I'll get out of your way, darling.
Thank you.
And she'd kind of slide out. And just as she left, turn her head over the door, kind of make eye contact with Gideon and be like, I'm watching you. If he freaks out, I'm going to kill you. It'll be fine. Love you, darling. Bye.
He grins and does this as the door gets.
He
Like,
just
"And
closed the
bye."
door of our own ship into your face.
Technomancy.
He can't.
Yeah. He can.
No, he can't.
Yeah, it's not a virus.
But is it because it our autopilot means that
What do
he
you
can't
mean?
interact with it?
No, he can. It's
Just
the
a press
spell.
of a button?
Technomancy does that. It's the cantrip
Okay.
that is
Okay.
used for that.
It's like thaumaturgy.
But he can't act.
Yeah,
But he can't.
kind of like Thaumaturge, yeah. Not really. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, the thing can do like minor things, but for sake,
Yeah.
I don't know what all this shit can do.
Oh no. It's the she has a regimen about control on this ship.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, she's not gonna like him. Well, she probably already.
You're gonna breathe the wrong way. She's gonna know.
That's fine. He goes, boom. And he just leans back against the wall. His arm is crossed.
All right. I'm gonna go to the pantry. Get a bottle that's a bit dusty. Put it on the table. Take 2 small glass. Put them next to the bottle. Pours. Drink drinks. There we go. Pours, and present one to Gideon.
He puts his hand down. He doesn't take it.
Drink.
Don't
And that's it
go
for now.
Don't go overkill now.
She's gonna know. Yeah, she already knows.
I'm sure she does. She seems to have a way. I
Yeah,
don't know
she
if it's
does.
her. I don't know if it's the void. It's something.
Sit down. We've got much to discuss.
He steps forward and he finds the nearest chair and kind of sits in it like squatting, leg over whoever, and just kind of.
Yes. I like Captain America from latest
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
But the chair is flipped this way, so he's like on the other side of it. But he's
Nice.
That's what you want to know.
How long after I was frozen did my parents die? Parents.
I mean,
Was it a close call?
your father can put up a fight, you know that, but it was doomed from the beginning.
I thought they were in hiding for good.
Yeah.
They escaped the regime and they changed life completely.
They escaped for as long as they could. At the end of the day, they were the king and queen. They get found eventually. I wasn't there. Well, I wasn't there in person. I needed to make sure that you were safe. At the end of the day, however much I loved your father and your mother, they weren't the important ones at the time. It was you.
Pretty sure that right now putting my butt on the throne is not gonna do much because just getting to the throne is gonna be the hardest part.
No one needs you to be on the throne anytime soon.
But we need to find a way to get them to get off their planet and
There you
fight the Ilithid.
I
They
knew
are the
that.
threat.
Yes. I knew I couldn't keep you away from it from too long. At the end of the day, it's in your blood. You're Cain. Just like your father. And you might see a furrowed brow for a second, but it quickly goes away. They fought hard though. And that bastard, that idiot who betrayed and took over and it doesn't matter. They loved you and they wanted to make sure you were okay. But now we can't think about that. We got to think about what we're going to do now. I can say that I was never far. I would have contacted you years ago, but it didn't feel right. And then, I don't know, someone decided to have a birthday party and get a big present on a damn asteroid where people could find it. And then we get, assaulted by orcs and the damn war machines like it's Mad Max or something. I don't even know what that is, but that's what it felt like.
They seem to be after me. They knew I was here. They were told, probably by whoever's in charge on Lakshay.
I'm glad you can put two and two together, which
Mm.
is why I finally showed my face. You can't be making mistakes like that. I protected you way too long, even without you knowing. I'm not going to have a forgive my language, but your friend seems reckless, and I can't do reckless right now.
She's far from reckless. She always has a plan.
And was that plan to get you caught? Because that could have happened. I'm not saying I saved you on on this asteroid, but what if I wasn't here?
No, you're right. We fought. I would say we fought hard, but we fought them and we defeated them all.
I'm going to stick around. At this point, I'm your royal advisor. I know that don't sound right, but it's what it is.
So I have somebody else going to be looking after everything I do every day.
Here's the difference. I'm not your nanny. I don't care who you do or what you do or
Oh, you
when
used
you
to be
do
my
it.
nanny, though.
We're not going to talk about that. 200 years. But
No, don't worry. I don't have any experience with kids. You should ask Doxy.
I still don't
got
know
the
what the fuck a
experience.
doxy is, but I don't need to know. It's fine.
Oh, you'll see him.
He kinda-
We still need to find a way. Even if it's to get my ass on that throne, we need to find a way to get Lakshay to respond to the global threat and not just protect the core planets.
I believe that there's an invasion. I mean, it's hard not to see it, but my concern is making sure that what's not supposed to be on our throne is gone. And if that in turn means once that's done, you're installed or whatever the case may be, and we get the kingdom to then help with this invasion, then so be it. I'll do it. But
Are you suggesting we go to Lakshay and we...
not yet. Not yet. We need time. I don't know how much time, but we need it. Like I said,
Galaxy's on fire? We don't have time.
time is fickle. What seems like a minute is actually an hour. What seems like an hour is actually a millennium. I'm just saying, we're not going to rush this very second. We'll go. You just make sure everything's in order. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that is. I've been figuring stuff out and trying to work out equations and possibilities for the last 100 years, at least. Maybe I can't do it alone, and I need you, and I won't call her a bird.
No, she really hates that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The last time that somebody called her a bird, she spaced him.
Good to know.
It was quite an experience.
You probably forgot all the stuff I can do. Hopefully you don't need to see it anytime soon. I helped train your father, you know. Well, we were in the same, team, and I was better. And he was like, "Hey, Gideon,
Sure.
can I follow you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And things happened. You met your mother,
All right, Mr.
had
Postal.
you, and things. Yeah. Look, I don't do reunions well. I wasn't expecting to do this one anytime soon, but
No, something we forced your hand.
yeah, that's a way to put it.
What do you know about the frame that's been delivered?
Honestly, I don't know much. I just know that it was of our kingdom, of our place, of our home. And it didn't take long to put your name on the I put two and two together to figure out it was for you. So I mean, next time if somebody will give you a surprise birthday gift, make sure Edard Kane isn't anywhere on the packaging. Like, just make sure it's not in the transmission. It's not there.
I'm pretty sure it was not. Something else must have tipped him off, such as a
Mm.
huge lump sum of money for a Lakshay frame that must have rang bells everywhere.
It was still easily tracked back to you, which is why I wasn't the only one here.
Yeah, they send scrap after us at amateur hour.
You say that until there's 20 of them.
There were
There were
20 of
12. It was enough. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what the number is right now.
It's a balance encounter. Where?
I mean,
Anywho. I'm gonna say this once, and I'm never gonna say it again. At least not in front of your face. But I missed you, and I'm glad you're safe. You were like the son I never had, and I still don't have. So I gotta watch out for you now, I guess. So, if you'll have me on your little ragtag team of people I don't know and avian acolytes, then I'll be here.
You still have to speak with the captain of this ship. Pretty sure he's gonna have a few words, but
That's
then
fine. He can have as many words as he wants. I'm not gonna leave your side, so he'd have to kill me. And I
if he
guarantee
makes you
you,
sign anything, make sure to read it.
I-
He might
I would-
change your name.
the royal advisor to a kingdom. All the paperwork went through me. I'll read it up.
You have not seen the end of that one.
Okay.
I hope you brought your reading glasses.
Oh, I probably need some. I am old.
In the end, we still need to find a way to save the galaxy at this point. We have so many things going on at once. Putting our fingers on the right one, that's the complicated part.
We'll do it together. How about that?
We'll do it with everybody included.
Fine, we'll do it with everybody.
Yes. Where they go, well, where I go, they go.
Great.
And sometimes, almost literally, when I go to the bathroom, somebody's checking on that.
If I'm gonna be around, no one's gonna be checking on me going to the bathroom. I'll let you know that right now. It's not happening. I'll disable this entire ship, and yes, I can do that.
That's gonna be good.
and on that, before we cut, Kebichet, write down for the beginning of next game your communion. We'll do that at the start. Because there's one tiny itty bitty scene that I want to describe before the end of tonight's episode. And it happens in the captain's quarters.
Dun, dun.
As the captain is fast asleep, the door
Yes.
opens, and a silhouette can be seen standing in the doorway. It walks slowly to a container and opens the container, and inside is baby Olden. And it picks up the baby Olden, and it holds it up. It says, "I have no idea what to do with you." And it opens up its chest, and in one swift motion removes its power core and inserts Olden instead. And through the light of the hallway outside the captain's quarter, we can see twitching
God damn it.
as a power surge goes through its body. And that's where we're going to stop today's episode.
Come on, Twitch. Really? Really? No, I was a ship AI. Now I'm a freaking god. Really? Where will you stop?
We'll see what happens. But before we leave, before we go around the table, introduce all of yourselves, and tell us where you are, I want to thank our special guest, Gideon. CB, thank you so much for coming tonight. We will see more of Gideon next week, as CB is coming back for another episode, and we'll see where that leads us. But I also want to thank all of our sponsors, Dice Envy, Found Familiar Coffee, Mage Hand Press, the makers of Dark Matter. Check them out. All of them. The code is always the same. It's Wandering DM. You get a bunch of like rebates. Is that something? It's a rebate, right?
No,
Rebate.
it's a discount.
A discount. Yeah.
Rebate is like a set amount of money, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's a rebate. The
Rebate.
important thing about this is a discount takes it off the top before you pay for it. A discount means you have to pay for it and then send something in to get money back.
Oh, you mean a
Oh.
rebate? Yeah, is okay. Like a mail
Mail-in
order.
rebate.
Yeah. Okay. So
the discount be better.
discount for everything is code Wandering DM. Whether it's Found Familiar Coffee, Dice Envy for nice shiny click clacks, or Mage and Press for nice shiny books and adventures. Let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and what you have going on in your lives. And we will begin with our new guest.
There we go. I was muted. As I said again, hi, Critical Bard here. Critical Bard across all social media channels. You can find me everywhere as Critical Bard. But right now, you can catch me on Fridays on Lady Tiefling's Twitch channel playing some Descent into Avernus. You can catch me on my god, my times are all messed up. Sundays on Angry Nerd Girl Switch channel as we save some dragons as princesses, aka Disney princesses, no copyright. And on Mondays you can catch me with Simon and Deidre playing some Age of Arcana on Roleplayers TV channel. Oh, yeah, Roleplayers Twitch channel. Sorry. Other than that, you can go to critbard.com and get some merch like this one right here. It's amazing. You know, I got shouted out on Critical Role, so that's a thing. And yeah, living life, doing me, living my best life. That's that. That's me.
Yes, and your merch is actually being worn by Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, and probably somebody else soon. I'm not gonna say who. But yeah,
that is awesome. So yeah, if you
Gary
want
Gygax?
if you want the clothing of the stars, you go to critbard.com.
woo woo.
Edard, who are you? Where can we find you? What do you have going on?
I'm Edard. I'm the _Gambit on Twitter, where I mostly post stuff, question mark. Aside from that, I don't have any other game plan up until next week. We just had our Curse of Strahd game last weekend while y'all were at PAX Unplugged. It was really fun. We had fun. Yeah, that's pretty much that. And a bunch of people, and we enjoyed it. And I can't wait for your Cyberpunk game. I really enjoyed that one. I'm going to be in the audience. That's pretty much it for me. Nothing else. I don't have any merch. Don't think I need to have that.
Gorham Wolf just said in chat that there was a shout out on Talks Machina.
Yeah, I just found out. Yeah, that I got shouted out because I had a question.
Oh, cool.
And I'm about to figure it out what it is now. Okay, I'm about to look at it.
Awesome. And Kebachet, who are you? Where can we find you and all that?
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Dirshadonlan on Twitter or Praxagorth as my forays. You see me hanging out in the Twitch chat, and that's where you can find me. You can usually find me here, hanging out with all these people because they're fabulous, and I love hanging out with all my friends here. But specifically Friday, because things are going to be here Friday, and then for Cyberpunk, and it will be hilarious, and I love it. And if you were looking at my Twitter feed or Artel Sorian's Twitter feed, I actually did my cosplay at PAX this weekend. There was light up shoes and light up hair, y'all. It was fun. And then Saturday, I'm back here as I run the vampire and run the vamp dads through their chaos. The great question of the week is, where is Auden? But as for that, check my Twitter. I always post where I'm going to be, and I always want to be around, and hit me up so I can support people and cheer more people on.
Cool. Thank you all for coming tonight. I am Simon at Wandering DM. You can find me on the internet at Twitter at Wandering_DM. But you know that. This is my channel. Welcome everyone. We play Dark Matter here every Tuesday. We play Cyberpunk on alternating Fridays for a number of weeks still. I think 4 more weeks. And you can find me the other Fridays playing Captain Randall Reinhardt over on Off the Table, where we play pirates in our prequel to the Lady Blackbird game. And also this week, I've gotten like the stream itch, so we're gonna be streaming more games this week with people, new and old, and a bunch of different games. I have a bunch of overlays to make, and a bunch of news coming up for both the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020. My PAX was very busy, y'all. So, check out my Twitter. I'll post everything as soon as I'm allowed. On that note, I will see you again tomorrow.